Everyone, so thought I'd talk about intermittent fasting. Now this is obviously quite a big topic nowadays. A lot of people are either intermittent fasting, talking about intermittent fasting, talking about why they're not intermittent fasting, things like that. So it seems to be a big topic, and it's a very misunderstood thing. So people a while back said to me, "Oh, you're intermittent fasting then," because we said that we were only having 2 meals, well only, but we were having 2 meals a day. Now people sort of immediately thought because I was having 2 meals a day, I was essentially skipping a meal, which meant I was skipping calories and nutrition. That's not the case. I mean, at the end of the day, the government gives out what is it like daily caloric requirements, right? And they don't say per meal requirements, they just say daily. So at the end of the day, whether you're getting your calories, whether it's 2,500, 3,000, or however many calories you need, if you're getting that through 1 meal, 2 meal, 3 meals, 10 meals, you know, if you're eating like little hand-sized snacks throughout the day, then so be it. Whatever works for you. Now, some people's lifestyle, they haven't got time to sit and gorge on a huge meal, so they find themselves pecking, you know, little snack bars, things like that. I don't like that. I really don't like that. That doesn't work for me. So I found myself having coming home after work. I always go out on an empty stomach. I work out, and that's when I feel my best and my lightest. So I go out on an empty stomach. I work out, cycle, whatever. Mainly now doing calisthenics. I come back, you know, shower, and then have breakfast. And this might be 10, 11 a.m., something like that. So some people might think, oh, I've skipped breakfast or whatever, but no, I mean, obviously the first meal of the day is always going to be breakfast. So anyway, I'm just pushing it back. I'm not having it at 7 or 8 or whatever when I first woke up, right? So what I'm trying to say is we have that around 10 or 11. Now, if we were to sort of be like, oh, we've got to have lunch as well, you know, because society dictates to us that we've got to have lunch. So what are we going to be doing? 12, 1, 2 o'clock having lunch. Then we're not going to be hungry till about 6 o'clock. And that's very late for a dinner, in my opinion. So we like to have our dinner meal, the final meal of the day, around 4 or 5. So some people, so we're kind of working on an 18-6 style, so 18 hours fasting, 6 hours eating window, usually between 10 and 4, or 11 and 5, usually around that time. So at the end of the day, we haven't done this by design. So we didn't wake up one morning and think, oh, let's start intermittent fasting. It's just how it went. So the style of intermittent fasting works for us perfectly. I'm certainly not gonna do it if it stops working for me. I'm not gonna force myself to do it. I'm not gonna necessarily say like, oh, this is the best way of living or whatever. However, I will underlie some essentially benefits that I've noticed from it. So one of the benefits is obviously less meal prep, less time eating, less cleaning up, all of those things. So just to clarify, I am still eating the similar amount of calories that I would be normally. So I'm just eating it in two bigger meals. So it's not like, oh, I'm missing out. I'm still eating around, yesterday at 4,000 calories. I usually eat between 3,000 and 4,000 calories each day, which I don't even really need to be eating that much because I'm not even that active. I'm usually, I'm not cycling all day or anything like, or doing massive amounts of cardio. So another benefit I would say as well is, I'd say if there's been times where I've been like snacking throughout the day, and I find that my sort of blood sugar and my hunger is very like spiky, like up and down, up and down, up and down. Whereas with intermittent fasting, the body has to adapt, and it's kind of more rounded. So it's like I can see hunger from a mile off now. It's not suddenly like, oh shit, I'm hungry, I'm gonna faint or anything like that. It's kind of like, I'm going to be hungry in a few hours. That's how it is. So I noticed that I have more of a balanced approach to it, and it's not like extremes like, oh shit, I'm hungry, and you know, suddenly I need to like grab some food, or I'm, you know, nearly passing out or something. So those are some benefits I've noticed. Obviously I'm losing fat along the way, so I'm still continuing my weight loss. I don't think that is necessarily because of intermittent fasting, but I'm sure it isn't harming, because obviously whilst I'm intermittent fasting during the day and stuff, and during the evening, during the morning, I am obviously burning fat as fuel. So, and it's encouraging my body to do that as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't force anyone to do intermittent fasting. I wouldn't, clients of mine and things like that, I wouldn't say you need to do intermittent fasting if you need to lose weight. I would simply present it to them. This is a sustainable way of life for me. Can it work for you? If they try it and it works for them, perfect. But I wouldn't say A, you need to do intermittent fasting for weight loss, or B, if you don't do it, you know, you won't get any good results, because you can still get good results eating the standard breakfast, lunch and dinner. But at the end of the day, it's finding what works for you, whether it's one meal works for you, 6 meals, 3 meals, just find that balance. So do I rate intermittent fasting? For me personally, it works. For you, it might not, but give it a try, see how you feel. Just remember to, if you are going to cut down to 2 meals from 3, remember to give yourself more. So you basically, you'll still be eating the same amounts over the course of the day, but in 2 portions instead of 3. So if you normally eat 3,000 calories a day and you find yourself perfect on that, and you have 3 1,000 calorie meals, or on average, then you need to obviously have 2 1,500 calorie meals. For me personally, I have breakfast is usually 1,800 calories of oatmeal, and dinner is at least 1,500, but between 1,500 and 2,000. So yeah, just do it however you want. Do it that suits you. It may not suit you, but give it a try anyway, I would say. Okay, so anyway, let me know if you have any questions on intermittent fasting. I think I've pretty much been doing it for years now, some which without even thinking about it, just the way that I was living. So let me know what you think, and if you have any thoughts. Do you intermittent fast, and you know, you want to share your opinions on it or whatever, in the comments section below. Subscribe if you're new, like it if you like it, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone.